Everybody that knows Wayne and I knows that his mama hates me. From the very beginning, she's been trying to break us up. And when I bring that up to Wayne, he acts like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. So one day, Wayne's mama comes to our house. She walks in the house, she's yelling, "Where's my grandson? I got a toy for my grandson. Where's my grandson?" And I immediately stop her because my other son is also home. And I noticed that she only had one toy. And she said, "That's your son. That's not my son's kid." And I immediately punched her in the face and we started to fight.
There's a lot to unpack there. And we will. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh my goodness!
It was the attitude at the end. She was like, "Whatever."
What are we even talking about here? Why y'all even making this sound like this is semi-okay, as if that was an excuse? Even if she was at her wit's end, like, yo, you keep coming in this house, talking, excluding my other kids. The best way she could have did it was like, yo, your mom can't come in my house no more.
Yeah. So that's an older woman too. Like, why did you put your hand on an old lady? I know how old
Is she older?
She's
2024.
She a little bit older. She at least 14 to 15 years older. I assume. I don't know.
You right.
You know?
You right.
Maybe 12.
I'm ready to comment.
2024. I'm like, dang, like they might be.
I'm ready to comment. I saw what I needed to see. All right.
Boy.
So the reason why they got this whole rift between the mama and that lady is because, look, the mama already knew. The mama don't like her because the mama was like, my son can do way better. You got a kid and he gonna come in, take care of your kid and have a kid with you. I'm not helping my son dig himself into into an early pit. So look, ladies, y'all know how it is. If y'all deal with a guy and he already got a kid by another chick, y'all don't see that kid as your kid. That's law. Y'all never do.
That's a lie.
You might. I would make a great bonus mom. I'm not saying that once, but
yeah, nah.
Chill out.
That's not.
Can I talk listen. Listen.
Like my kid. Point blank. Period.
Listen.
We listening.
Anywho,
go ahead, Jeff.
So, all right. So,
all right.
Anywho, when it comes to the older women, like the grandmas and the mamas and everything, you still gonna try to come in over me. I see you. So when it comes to the older women, man, you know how it is. Especially when it comes to like he a mama's boy. Oh, she gonna try to protect him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a grenade in the room because y'all know what it is. We don't need to be arguing about this. That's exactly what it is.
You done?
That's why she going at that young lady, and that's why that young lady said, right in her face, because that young lady understood what she was doing. Because look, when she get that age, she gonna do the same damn thing to her child. Watch.
No. Hopefully she be focused on her man and not worry about what her child doing in the first place.
All right. So,
listen here, man.
So one thing I noticed is that there's a lot of wrong things going on altogether. First of all, let's address the first one, which is you don't put your hands on anyone for no reason. It's not. It doesn't matter what the situation is. That's ultimate no. Now there are a lot of wrong situations in it altogether, though, because even so, if she doesn't respect that mother as someone for her son, if she don't respect her, I mean, the mother of who her son choose to marry, she still has to respect his house. Even so, whether it's still, because once you leave and get married to someone else, you leave and cleave. So that is his family that he chose, whether it's up to par or whatever. So there's a respect level for human beings. If you don't see that respect level, then that's fine. She shouldn't just be barging into the house and doing things. And that's something that she needs to talk with her husband. They need to have a conversation about that later on and talk about, boundaries and things like that when it comes to that situation, if there's an issue. But still, that whole hitting her mom, not warranted.
Yeah, she shouldn't have hit her mom, but I'm not faulting the mother either for buying her grandson a gift. She got one kid. She got one grandkid. The other kid is not hers. So why should she need to buy a gift for that kid? Just to be nice because it's a participation trophy? No, I'm not buying. If that was my situation, I'm not buying the other kid no gift.
No one said she had to buy the gift for the kid.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying in general. She shouldn't. The girl was saying in the video that she was mad because I got another son, so she wasn't talking. So at the end of the day, I don't care about the other kid. That ain't my kid. So should she have put her hands on her? Right. Should she have put her hands on her? No. That's a conversation between that man and his mother. And if the wife has issue with it, if the mother has had an issue with that woman from Jump Street, why is that woman even still there?
Exactly.
Because
she needs to keep it pushing.
Yes, but I feel like at this point in that conversation, we're dealing with people who are, that's their language. That's how they talk to each other. That's how they deal with it. I'm not saying it's right. It's absolutely wrong. It's unhealed. It's unhinged. Everything. But that's their language. She did that because that's exactly how that mother is going to understand, because the mother came in the house with one gift and said it aloud just like that to taunt her. So we're talking about a situation that was doomed in the beginning, but that's just my opinion.
So, Alisa, you're saying that's how the mom is going to understand by getting a hit in the face?
I'm saying that's exactly how they communicate. She's just saying that story that she shared. And yeah, you're minimizing it, but that's a long, however, relationship they have. We don't know how old the kids are. We don't know how long they've been together. This mom and that young lady have communicated in that same way, very much so before. Maybe not fighting, maybe not putting their hands on each other, but that act of aggression and language, yes, that's how they're communicating. That's the level of what they're on. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's right.
Hold on, Chill. Let Kit get it.
Oh, yeah. My bad, Kit. My bad.
Yay, my turn. So, for one, when you incite violence in my house by being disrespectful and being extra because you know what you're doing on purpose, and then I have a thing about people throwing rocks and hiding their hands, right? So whereas I have emotional intelligence, my hands don't. And where you act up is where you get reprimanded. You come in my home.
She's not saying it's right. She's explaining why it's happening.
Oh, I'm not saying it's wrong either. I'm just saying that.
Right.
Sorry.
She believes in violence. Just in case y'all don't know, she believes in violence.
So I'll tell anybody, like, violence has solved a lot of shit if it's done right. So pardon me, but if you come in my home disrespecting me and my children in my home, I don't care if your son lives there, don't live there, visits there, humps there, goes back to your house. I don't care what it is. If it's the house that I am in, that the bills that get paid for matriculate through either my or my man's account, and you come in my house being loud and belligerent, howling about, oh, where's my grandson? You could have kept your toy to your house, and your grandson could have came and got his toy at your house. But you decided to come and you want to start violence on this beautiful day. So since that's how you want to start it, I don't know what my hands are going to do. You're going to say something crazy and slip. Now what happened? Like, oh shit, that's lost the truth.
Okay.
That's crazy. Go ahead. I got something to say. Chill.
I feel you. So nobody's really addressing the elephant in the room. And can we just keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen? Man, mothers don't like single mothers. They don't like single mothers for their sons. They never did. And when y'all are in that position, you're going to think the same thing, even if you are a single mother. That's why she came in there with the rah-rah. And then here's another thing. That young lady that bust her in the mouth, she don't like that man. She don't respect that man's mama. And that's a golden rule. That is the golden rule.
Well, here's the thing.
You can, hold on.
Mama was
hold on.
She might have gotten respected, no?
Hold on, kid.
First things first, you know it's too hot with all them lights on you to be doing all that singing and dancing. You're gonna burst up. You're gonna burn.
I'm gonna keep on singing until my forehead gets drenched in sweat. All right.
You gonna already know.
Preacher.
You know you gonna burn up into a hot flame.
Preach chill. Preach chill.
I'm gonna be the same complexion as you. We're gonna go out, rock out together. Anyway, so look, here's the thing, man. The golden rule is you gotta respect my mother. That's a man's golden rule, you know. And you gonna punch this man mama in the mouth? It don't matter how bad the mother is. If you can punch a man's mother in the mouth, that tells
you better be ready for the
one or two things. Right. One or two things. You don't respect my mother, that means you don't respect me. And a lot of ladies out here are missing that whole.
Mother came into my home.
It's not your house though. It's the man's house. The man's job is to check his mother, not your job.
But
so let the man do his job.
mom,
But
he
go
never
ahead.
checked his mama, and she said that.
Guess what? Then you shouldn't be there. If he never checked his mother, then you shouldn't be there. That's
Right.
point blank
I
period.
agree.
Why are you
She
still
should've been
there?
that left.
But then I keep my kid
Yeah.
away from you, and then now all of a sudden I'm a bad parent because I'm not letting you see your
Why
kid.
you got to keep the kid away from
Right.
you?
Because
Why-
Why can't you just leave without keep? Where's that?
Why do
No.
you keep a kid with him?
Where's the logic in that?
You don't.
You can leave. You don't got to keep my kid away.
But
Right.
here's
Roll
the
it back.
thing. If you're not checking things in our relationship, who's to say you checking things when we not together? I'm not running the risk. You play with your balls, play with your mammies. Don't play with
Bad
me.
business. Bad
Play
business.
with your balls, play with your mammy. Don't play with me.
Oh no.
Uh,
No.
okay.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, safer things to play with. I ain't even paid to comment no mind. That's why I just kept on talking. God knows better, and
Because
so
you
do I.
know.
Like I
got
said, God knows better, and so do I. I like the 3 hots in a cot that I paid for, not the ones that the government want to give. So I know better. So
In
again,
all honesty, though, how did we get to this point? If we having a child with somebody that you don't respect their mom, didn't you meet their mom before you had the child? Aren't you vetting the fact that you need a support system for
You
when
just
you're gonna
said
have
that
this
on
child?
Friday.
So therefore, like,
shouldn't the mom?
why would I do that and bring a baby into this world, knowing, damn, if I have to go to work and he's going to work, we're gonna leave the baby real quick, and I don't want to. They're not old enough for daycare. Oh,
Elsa,
I don't
go ahead and
respect
get
your
that.
mom, but I'm gonna leave my mama.
No, I got.
I'm gonna
You
leave
go
my
ahead.
kid
You
with your
get it.
mom. That don't make no sense.
Oh,
Let's
all right.
talk about it.
So I mean, Alyssa, I don't want to ignore you, but it was a lot that Kit said.
Elisa.
Man.
Elisa.
I mean, Elisa. I'm sorry. I
I don't even know the
apologize.
lady name. Lord have
Look,
mercy.
Yeah, she checked me. She checked me too. Yeah.
Lord trying to get
bad.
me. What you need, honey?
Look.
I'm trying to get over here. How you?
All
How
right.
can I help
You know what's really funny though? A
You.
lot of ladies, man, especially in that video, man, that woman needs to be single. All right, she don't even need to be with that man. That man need to break up with her immediately.
Of course.
Okay. A lot of ladies. Hold on now. Can the brother finish?
You wild right now. I need for your
Hey,
wild.
no cooking.
Hurry up. Like your wild is like super extra because you can't come into my home. I don't care who you are. Jesus,
It
the
ain't
last
yours.
disciple. But if I live there, no, in our home, our means ours. That means it's mine. That means it's yours.
Y'all dudes better take notes. Take notes to the language that they be using. I be telling y'all this every Sunday. Pay attention.
You know what? Y'all
What's
even just
is hers and what's hers is hers.
I actually have a life to do some things today.
So it's not our home?
Where's your lollipop, Kid?
No, it's not ours. It's ours as long as you following the rules that man set. Punching my mama ain't one of them.
How do you know? You never
that
set
was
the
dumb.
rule.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
What man is going to
You
allow
never
you to
set the
punch his
rule.
mama in
You
the
never
mouth?
set the same man that allowed his mama to come into that house and say, "I only have one toy."
Ooh, okay, cool. You want to know?
Exactly.
You want to know something? Guess what,
Exactly.
fellas? Have y'all ever seen any lady that you ever dealt with check her mama for being a disrespectful bag to you? What? I've asked the fellas. I ain't asked you. Ladies gonna lie.
Oh, sorry.
Fellas.
My bad.
Ladies gonna lie. You just
repeat the question.
Say the question. Say the question again.
Answer the question. I want the fellas to answer. Fellas,
say it
how
one more
many
time.
ladies that you
I was too busy looking at Elisa's faces while
I
you're
know.
talking.
Her face was
Right.
like,
I'm like,
but I'm
Faces
asking
on
the
you.
fellas. Because see, only the fellas can speak to this truthfully because we've been there and done that. Fellas, how many women that you've been with and her mama was totally disrespectful because she felt like you wasn't the dude for her daughter and she was being rude. You came to your woman and told her about it. How many times she done went and checked that woman for you in front of your face so you could prove it?
0.
Yeah, buddy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Y'all just want the wrong women. Y'all didn't want the wrong.
Very much.
Oh, that's why them helpers ain't around. What you talking about?
Yeah, very much so.
I'm just saying, because ain't no way.
Excuse me?
What's up,
Ain't no
BM?
way. My dude would never even have to come and tell me. If I'm seeing the disrespect, it's gonna end right there. A conversation don't need to be had. 'Cause I'm gonna nip it in the butt right then and there. So at the end of the day,
Y'all
that's
making
my
me sweat all over again.
that's all I'm made.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah.
now.
He's over there sweat like a
No,
3 on 4 in
hold on one
church.
second.
Damn, you with the cold fire.
You play too many games. I see what you did there. If you don't move me back up to the top away from this bald head shiny nigga, I'm about to flip out. I see what you did there. Okay.
God damn.
Play too many games, James.
I didn't do that. It's just the way
You
it moved.
did it.
The whole
You did
thing,
it.
just the panel moved around. I didn't do that.
I don't even
Can't
believe
take her
it.
nowhere.
Oh man!
God damn.
What up, BM?
BM Uzi. What's up, twin?
Even though BMU said I'm supposed to be on an island somewhere by myself, I'm gonna still give you a little clap.
That was good.
Praise the Lord.
Mute yourself.
Give you a little claps or whatever.
I want to reference the Lord since we have one on the panel today who have found her way back to the Lord. Praise Jesus. Yes, I felt it right there. So listen, I definitely want to address what I've been hearing. And I did speak on the island. I'll get to that demographic in a while. The doctor told me not to talk, but him and I said to hell with the doctor because I'll go through it today.
You have CMOS? Wait, hold on. You have CMOS and tea or green tea at your house? Don't be talking and you can't have a voice. That don't make sense.
Huh?
Ooh, there's nothing like a nurturing black
the
woman.
doctor. Like, what's wrong? Like, that don't make sense. It's
I'll be
YouTube. It ain't okay.
After this, I'll go back into my cave. Listen, I did want to say this is the reason why I truly believe. Everybody was talking about the Cam Newton interview. And it's one part of the interview that I think we all missed. And when she talked about single parents and dating them and what comes with that. And I believe, and I know it's not popular or sexy, but I do believe that men should not date single mothers. And this is one of the reasons why. Because then you become obligated. Listen, if I'm in a relationship with you.
Who's going to date them then?
Well, listen, if I'm in a relationship with you and you have a child, and then we have a child, and my mom come over to the house and says, I have a gift for my grandchild, then why does she have to be obligated to do for that child? That's like asking your baby daddy, if you come over here with Christmas gifts, make sure you bring on Christmas gifts for both. Don't just bring a PS5 for your son, but you got to bring PS5s for both. Don't bring Jordans for one son, but bring Jordans for both. If we're not, if the baby dad is not required to bring gifts for both children, then the grandmother should not be either.
I just feel like it's how it was delivered, though, BMU. Like, that's all that it starts off with. You know what I'm saying? The delivery was not it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she ain't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But it all depends on where she's from. Because I'm from Louisiana. And my mom will walk through the door and say, hey, I got my grandbaby some gifts. Come on, get them. Right? That's my grandmother.
That's why that was positive. That was happy. That wasn't like raw. That's
what I was speaking.
We got one side of the story.
And it also depends, right? And it also depends on the kind of mother, because maybe she's not intimidated by the mom. But I will say this on this Sunday. Let me. God, I'll be right back. If it were my mom, and she would have punched my mom would have beat the shit out of her.
Yeah,
it would have been really bad. My mom would have beat the shit out of her and made an example out of her really, really quickly. And so it also depends on the mom. So the mom probably was weak, lanky, not physically, capable of, holding down a fight. But she ain't gonna do that to a woman that she knows will go give her the business back. So people bully people they know they can bully. They're not going to get into a fight with a person that can beat their ass.
Right.
So she hit that mama because she knew that mama wasn't able to fight back. And we don't even know the age of the mother. But she hit that lady.
True.
It's a horrible assumption.
Not horrible, but maybe just like they are assumptions, because you came into her house, she's already feeling the way she's been feeling. She's felt so disrespected. The smallest people be fighting. And they don't care if you're big, they don't care if you look like King Kong, Godzilla, they're gonna fight. And win or lose, they got their point across. So
it's like Peter
I don't know if that's
it's never Elisa, can I ask you a question real quick? I just want to ask one question. So Elisa.
You about to ask me how tall I am?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, it doesn't matter how tall you are, sweetheart. You're a beautiful black woman and you're very nurturing. I seen that when you told me to go get me some sea moss.
Yeah, because you just said your doctor. Why do you start off with that and then
but I will say this. I got a question. What would have happened if she would have hit the mama in the mouth? Bam! And the mom said, oh, okay, bitch.
She shot it. That's what. So right. I was speaking on that earlier, and I feel like it went over. Not saying it went over people's heads, but I didn't clearly state it. they were speaking the same language at that point. So when she met her with violence, it's up. Like, she already knows that mom's caliber. That's why she was speaking in that language. Like, all of us on this panel right now, somebody comes into our house, we're not going to speak on that language. But when someone comes into our house speaking on that language, if we revert back to some of the things that we know, we might, or we might keep it cool, calm, and collected. They were speaking the same language. That's my opinion. If she was pop, it's because she knew she was going. She could have got shot. She didn't care.
It's like eating around here. Like, let me be very clear. I tell everybody, like, it will never end. It'll be the story that never ends. Lamb Chop has nothing on this. Like I tell everybody, keep your shit to yourself and learn how to manage yourself in the home that I live in. Whether you want to say it's my home or that man's home, I live there, and you don't. And if you disrespect me in the home that I live in, where you act up is where you get reprimanded. Now, if he was actually saying something to his mother prior, because y'all are acting like this situation came out of the blue from nowhere. You think that all of a sudden she came in being loud and boisterous in this woman's home and that this wasn't something or a point of contention before? Women are not just sitting here looking around, just waiting like, oh yeah, today's the day, today's the day, today's the day. No, this is something that has probably been built up, and she was probably tired of his mom doing a whole bunch of extra stuff. Because a woman isn't just out here saying, because I'm sure it's been a conversation where it's like, you know, can you tell your mother, like, if she's going to do something like that, to do it at her home or whatever like that? You have some moms with their little raggedy ass sons that be like, well, this is my son's house and I'm going to just do what I want to do. And this is mine and I'm going to say what I want to say. But then you have women like me who feel the exact same way. And if we break up because your mama is ratchet and want to get her ass whooped, again, Peter and the chicken, it will never end. Because what we're not going to do is play around in my face, play in your mama's face. We ain't going to play in my face.
Well, I'll say this.
Grandmama ain't alive, go visit, if your grandmama ain't alive, go visit a grave. Go dance on a grave. Don't play in my face.
But it also depends on the relationship that I have with my mom. Because you as my woman should know, if you have a situation with my mother, you come to me. Now, you're going to fuck around and lose. Hold on. You're going to fuck around and lose a man and a fight. If I have a good relationship with my mom and you punch my mom in the face, then it's up for me and my mom on your ass. Because you're not going to hit my mom.
You want to get jumped?
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody going to have to do it.
I will say this.
You're dumb twice.
Are we factoring in the children in this? Are we factoring in
don't give
the
a
children?
damn about the kids, man.
Nope, don't care about the kids.
They don't care about the kids.
Again, it's a lot of assumptions from people who actually don't even know me. It's wild. Like,
I'm listening to what you're saying.
But no, it's what you're saying. If you're
niggas up a little bit.
Hold on. If you're saying, kid, if you're saying that the mama had almost like a right to be punched in the face because she kept overstepping her boundaries, and now mama is at her wit's end.
Okay, so wait, let me ask the question.
Hold on. Let me land my plane. I got you. Mama had the right to punch mama in the face because she continued to overstep her boundaries. What is that teaching the children that's there watching?
The kids weren't even in the room. Remember, the kids were someplace else. Sleep.
You don't think they can hear it? You don't think they can hear a fight?
We said, what did they see? Not what did they hear? Again, I'm very direct. First things first.
Mama gonna come out bloody. Mama coming out bloody.
That's what y'all think, and that's the wild thing. Like,
I don't think
what's the wild thing? Y'all really
okay? Whether it's the mother or the grandmother, somebody's coming out with bloody or an argument. Something, and the kids gonna see that or hear that.
Here's the thing, and let me be very clear about this.